pay per mile at 3p coming in from 2028. Is it still going to be as cost effective to run an EV? Let's do some number crunching and quickly find out. Welcome back to the channel, folks. JD here again. Just a very quick video today. So obviously the government announced at the budget that this 3 pence per mile is coming in for electric vehicle owners in 2028. So I've had an electric vehicle for getting on for 5 years now. I've had a couple. I'm on my third almost. Come April. So I thought I would just do a little bit of a number crunching to see if it's still going to be cheaper to run an EV. Now I'm going to make some assumptions today. I'm going to assume that I charge at home. So if you use public chargers, EVs aren't really as cost effective as they could be. And in some cases, they're going to cost more than an equivalent diesel car, for example. But I'm just going to assume that I charge overnight. So my overnight charging tariff, let me just go over to the spreadsheet. So I'm on Octopus Intelligent Go. The rules are changing slightly from January the 1st for Intelligent, but it's still a really, really good cost-effective tariff. So between the hours of 11:30 at night and 5:30 in the morning, you get electricity at 7 pence per kilowatt hour. Plus, currently, any time that the Intelligent schedule has provided a charging period outside of that, you still get that at 7p per kilowatt hour. That's changing from tomorrow, January the 1st, 2026, and you'll only get 6 hours of smart charging. And if your car charges for, let's say, 4 hours during the day, you will only get 2 hours of low-cost charging during the standard off-peak times of 11:30 to 5:30. The house is always 7p between 11:30 and 5:30. It's just if you're charging. So we're going to assume we pay 7 pence per kilowatt. So my unit price is 7 pence per kilowatt hour. And let's assume my efficiency, and this is going to be about the same regardless of what car you've got. Let's say it's averages 3 miles per kilowatt hour. Now, I've got a BMW i5 at the moment, which averages about 2.5 in the winter and up to about 4 in the summer in the warmer months. So I'm going to say it's an average of 3 miles per kilowatt hour. So that means my cost per mile currently is that over that. So 2.33 pence per mile. Okay. Now, obviously from April 2028, we're going to pay this 3 pence per mile. So let's assume I do 10,000 miles a year. So 10,000 miles per annum. Now, road tax or vehicle excise duty came in April 2025 for all EVs, all cars effectively. So let's include that as well. So my vehicle excise duty is currently 195 per annum. So let's say that we'll exclude insurance and things like that and servicing or whatever. So currently, to do 10,000 miles, assuming I only ever charge at home on my cheap Intelligent Octopus Go tariff, is going to cost me, let's see, it's going to cost us that. Actually, let's just put that into pence. That over 100. So it's going to cost me, for the year, it's going to cost me that times that plus that. £428.33. Okay, so if we include the 195 in our calculations, our pence per mile, excluding insurance and wear and tear and that kind of thing, is basically that over that, isn't it? So it's 4 pence per mile if we include vehicle excise duty. Let's take a car, let's take a diesel car, which averages 45 miles per gallon. Okay, and diesel price, what is the average diesel price today? I'm going to say, bear with me, I'm just going to have a quick look. So let's make this fair. So average diesel price is, the average diesel price in the UK in late December 25 is 142 to 146. So we'll take the middle of that, 144. So diesel price is £1.44 per litre. So per gallon is that times 4.545, £6.54 per gallon. Okay, so if we take 45 miles per gallon, let's go over here. That means our diesel car is costing us 6.54 over 45. 15 pence per mile plus our road tax. So in a year, the diesel is going to cost us that times our 10,000 miles plus our 195, assuming it hasn't got luxury car tax. So in total, that's going to cost us 16.49. Let's put that down there. Make it a bit easier to see. So, and pence per mile is basically that over that. So assuming 10,000 miles again in a diesel, averaging 45 miles per gallon at a gallon cost of £6.54, including vehicle excise duty, is going to cost us 16 pence per mile versus currently 4 pence per mile. Well, it's not very difficult, is it, to see that if I add 3 pence per mile on, so let's go down here. So pay per mile, 3 pence per mile. So that is going to cost us, that times the 10,000 is £300, obviously. So the total is going to cost us for the EV is going to cost us 428.33 plus the 300, 728.33. So we divide that. So new pence per mile is going to be that over that, 7 pence per mile. So even with, assume we can charge at home, even when this pay per mile comes in at 3p, it's still going to be, what, 9 pence per mile cheaper. Another way to look at it is, let's see how much we would have to get diesel for to average 7 pence per mile. So 7 pence per mile, well, we know it's 728.33, don't we? So basically, if we wanted to work out how much diesel would need to cost us to get the same, we've got to take off the VD. So that means we've got that minus that. So our total fuel cost, if it was diesel, minus the vehicle excise duty, would need to be £533.33. Divide that by 10,000, which is 5 pence. So that means we've got to simply take our figure of 45 miles per gallon. So assuming 45 miles per gallon, we do that times that. There we go. So diesel would need to cost £2.40 a gallon, assuming we're averaging 45 miles per gallon. Got an itchy nose, excuse me. Which means diesel would need to be that over 4.545, 53 pence per litre. So the equivalent diesel price, assuming road tax or whatever you want to call it, vehicle excise duty on both cars, assuming we get 45 miles per gallon, and assuming we always charge on a 7p tariff overnight or whenever Intelligent schedules a smart slot, we would need to get diesel for 53 pence per litre to break even when this 3 pence per mile comes in. Interesting stuff. If you're new to the channel, by the way, thanks for popping by. Please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so that you are notified whenever I release new content. I've got a few Excel tools which you can purchase from the channel. One is PCP settlement voluntary termination calculator, which is really useful if you want to look at getting out of a PCP or HP, or you're comparing new agreements. And then also the one I use quite a lot is my salary sacrifice tool. If you're thinking of joining an employer's electric vehicle salary sacrifice scheme, that will calculate all of your savings and running costs for you. So until next time, wishing you all a happy new year. Take care.